Well, hello everyone. All right, today we're gonna have a really fun day where you get to have a lot of choices and options. Um, I am going to say you could make two because I think that's probably all we'll have time for, okay? Um, so I'm gonna show you some examples that I've made. If you have your own ideas of how to make some like 3D winter art or something that pops up, there are other ways to do this and you are more than welcome to do your own thing. But I wanna give you guys some ideas in case you get stuck, because sometimes, you know, when you're under pressure, you're like, oh, I can't think of what to make. So I have some examples that are really fun and pretty easy to do. So I'll start with this one first. This little wintry pop-up scene that I've started, it's not quite finished yet, but it has this like accordion fold in the front, and let me show you how to do that really quickly, okay? So let me grab a piece of white paper here. All right, so you're gonna need a full-size piece of white paper, because that's gonna be the snow. And what you're gonna do, let me make sure I'm in the camera. You're gonna do an accordion fold. So start at one end, you're gonna fold forward, and then you have to fold it backwards. So it's forward, and backwards. So I'm gonna go, keep doing this all the way until I'm almost at the end. Let's see here. I'm gonna go kind of quick, just so this video doesn't get too long. So I'm gonna go about right there. Maybe I'll do one more. Okay, so I've got my accordion fold. Now this background, it gets glued back here to a solid color piece of paper. But before I cut it, I don't want my snow to be straight like this. I want it to have some curves to it. So I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors and I'm just gonna cut a curvy little line like that. And then you are going to fold this in half, okay? Because we need it to make this like semicircle right there. So now I have my snowiness. I've got the accordion fold on most of the paper. Now fold it in half like this. So you're folding it so it's going to make a fan. And then you're gonna grab a glue bottle from the front. You're gonna put glue just on one side, so right where you folded it, and then put it together, and you might have to hold it for about 10 seconds just to keep it together. Then, let's see, I think I'm gonna use a red piece of paper here. I'm gonna use a red piece so I have a different kind of background. Okay, so I'm holding it up, and now it stays, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna flip this big piece over, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here. Try not to use too much glue today because you'll have to take these home with you. They can't go on the drying rack. So you'll have to take them with you, so don't have them sopping wet. And now I've got glue on the back, and you're gonna line it up to a half sheet of paper. You don't need a big piece for this. So I line it up on the bottom like that. And then I'm just gonna kind of bring this paper over so it goes onto the other side. If it's not perfect, you can always use your scissors to kind of trim it up a little bit. And now I have this really cool little like snowy scene like that. And then use some scrap paper. So please don't use the big sheets of paper for all the like little houses, or if you're gonna make snowmen or snow ladies and trees and stuff like that. Use our scraps up today because they work great for all those like little tiny things, okay? And then the beauty of this thing in the front is you could make like a tree or a snowman, and you could glue it right into one of these little creases here so that it is like 3D, okay? So this is a fun option. I'll put that up there. Let me show you, I wanna show you this one. I love this one. It's just a really simple, it makes a card. So if you wanna write a message in there, this one you'll need this size piece of paper. I'll have them up front by the card, I'll put the card by it so you kind of know what paper fits each project. you're gonna fold it in half like this. Okay, this one's probably the simplest. So if you're like, oh, these are look hard, this one's pretty easy. You fold it so that it's long and skinny. I know usually we fold a card hamburger style. This one has to be the hot dog style. So you fold it like that. And then you're just gonna use scraps to cut your, if you want like a little wintry city, or I did like a little ice rink with some houses and some trees. And then I kind of made the roofs. I didn't glue them all the way down because I wanted them to be, it's hard to tell in the video, but the roofs are all like 3D. And you can make other things where you don't glue it down all the way so it does pop off of the paper. Okay, so this one turns out really cute, and it works great if you want to write a nice message in there. Use it as like a card. Okay, so the last one that I have for options is this cute little wintry scene, and it stands up like this. I like this one. My kids always make this one to stand on the fireplace mantle. And so I'll show you quickly just how to get this one started. So let's see, I'll grab a white piece. For this one, you need the long, skinny papers that I have cut. And I have white, green, and a light blue, okay? Now, for this one, you can either fold it in thirds, so you'd fold it kind of towards the middle, and then wrap it like that, or you can do it in fourths. So if you want to do fourths, it makes it a little easier. You just fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. Okay, and then you're going to design what kind of like curves do you want? Do you want it to be like mountains? Do you want it to be wavy hills of snow? Totally up to you, and just draw it and then cut it out. So maybe I'll just do kind of wavy lines like this. So I got my wavy lines, and then when you stand it up, it's not standing right because this one bends forward. You want it to be a zigzag, so all you have to do is that last section, bend it the opposite way, bend it backwards, and now from the front, it will either look like a letter M or a letter Z, depending on if you did fourths or if you folded it into thirds, okay? And now for this one, super fun. I loved making this one. Now I just used scrap paper again, made trees, little houses, and I actually, what I did was I made the houses a little bit taller than I wanted them, so I could fold the tops over. And then I did it on the garage section too. Made it a little taller, fold the top over, and then I just added like a little piece of black so that the roofs would be three-dimensional. I think I'm gonna add like a snowman back here, maybe some people ice skating on here. It's not quite finished. I don't feel like I have enough details, but I'm getting there. So this one is really cool too. And you could also write a little message on the back if you want it to be like a card or you want to say something kind to someone. So really fun. Look at how cool it looks when it's all folded up. So awesome. Yay. Well, that's all of them. You're welcome to do something different if you would like, but these are my 3 suggestions for you today. I do have cotton balls. You're welcome to use up to 2, okay? So if you want like 1 for each card, but pull them apart and make them really, really fluffy. They spread, like you could use 1 cotton ball for a huge area, because if you just pull it really, really thin and glue it down, it works great. And I'm also going to have a little container of white paint if you want to add at the very end, though this should be the last step, to add little dots of white paint so it looks like it's snowing. And remember, you have to take these with you on the way out, okay? Because I won't see you before winter break. This is our last time together before break. So make sure you don't go crazy with the paint. I think I brought in glitter today too. So Mrs. Constein, I will be running the glitter station up at my table right here. And if you would like a little bit of glitter, we're just gonna have like a pinch of glitter on your cards because we don't want it to go crazy with the glitter. Just because I didn't buy too much of it for the whole school to use. So if you would like glitter, come see me and I'll be at the glitter station today. All right, you guys, have fun. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.